Welcome to Breaking Bulletin. We are your go-to source for local and international news, fascinating stories, and eye-opening documentaries. If you love staying informed, please smash that like button, share this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to Breaking Bulletin for more updates. Today, we are tapping into a brewing crisis. How President Donald Trump's trade wars are threatening America's craft beer industry, already shaken by shifting tastes and a tough economy. Let us pour into the details. America's craft brewers are facing a perfect storm. Picture this! Hard seltzers and trendy cocktails are stealing shelf space from traditional beers. Millennials and Gen Z are not cracking open as many cold ones as their parents did. Brewpubs, those cozy spots where you sip a pint fresh from the tap, are still staggering from the COVID-19 shutdowns that hit 5 years ago, back in 2020. And now, there is a fresh threat bubbling up. Trump's tariffs? We are talking 25% levies on imported steel and aluminum, plus taxes on goods from Canada and Mexico, key suppliers for brewers. These trade policies, some paused until April 2, 2025, could raise costs for everything from cans to kegs to ingredients, leaving craft brewers scrambling. Matt Cole, brewmaster at Fathead's Brewery in Ohio, does not mince words. "This is going to hit our industry hard," he says. "If these tariffs drag on for months or years, it could cripple us." To understand why, let us break it down. Craft beer is not just about brewing, it is a supply chain dance. Nearly all steel kegs used by U.S. brewers come from Germany, and tariffs on finished steel products jack up their price. Aluminum cans, a staple for packaging, are also in the crosshairs with Trump's aluminum levy, which kicked in on March 12, 2025. Then there is Canada, supplying barley and malt essentials for that crisp beer taste, and Mexico, shipping raspberries and fruits for specialty brews. Bart Watson, president of the Brewers Association, warns these tariffs could ripple through the industry, big and small. Take Port City Brewing in Alexandria, Virginia. Founder Bill Butcher is staring down a tough choice. His top seller, Optimal Wit, might jump from $12.99 to $18.99. A pint at his tasting room could climb from $8 to $12. Will people still show up? He wonders. Our business could take a hit. Port City relies on 40,000-pound shipments of Canadian Pilsner malt every 3 weeks, stored in a massive 55,000-pound silo. Butcher says he cannot find that quality anywhere else. But the tariffs do not stop there. The aluminum levy is pushing big brewers to ditch cans for bottles, clogging the supply chain. Port City, which bottles 70% of its beer, just got word their supplier is cutting them off by month's end. That blindsided us, Butcher admits. Fathead's Brewery feels the pinch too. They source barley from Canada, and while they could switch to Idaho or Montana, shipping gets messy and Trump's tariffs tilt the market, letting us growers hike prices. To dodge the aluminum hit, Fathead has stockpiled 3 million cans, 30% of their yearly need, and shifted to cheaper painted cans instead of fancy shrink-wrapped ones. Smart moves, but not every brewer can pivot like that. In Arizona, Cale Aylesworth of OHSO Brewery and the Arizona Craft Brewers Guild sees the fallout firsthand. Some local brewers are slashing canned offerings to save cash. "It is a blow to Arizona craft," he says. "Fewer local beers on shelves hurts, and here is a twist. Canada, the biggest export market for U.S. craft beer, grabbing 38% of overseas sales, is fighting back. Furious over Trump's tariffs, Canadian importers are canceling orders and yanking American brews from stores. This could not come at a worse time. Craft beer boomed for years, jumping from about 4,000 breweries in 2014 to 9,736 by 2024. Per the Brewers Association. But that golden era is over. In 2024, closings outpaced openings for the first time since the mid-2000s, and production dipped 2% to 3%. Why? Younger drinkers are sipping seltzers, canned cocktails, or even going sober. COVID crushed draft sales in 2020, dropping Port City's output from 16,000 barrels in 2019 to a projected 13,000 this year. Recovery has been sluggish. "We are in a mature market now," Watson says. The wild growth days are behind us. Let us zoom out for some history. Trump's trade wars echo his first term when he slapped 25% tariffs on steel and 10% on aluminum in 2018, citing national security. Back then, brewers felt the sting. Aluminum prices spiked, and some passed costs to drinkers. Now, with inflation already squeezing wallets, these new tariffs announced, suspended, then dangled again add chaos. Butcher calls it unpredictable. Big brewers have teams to crunch the numbers, but small outfits like his stretch thin just to keep the taps flowing. Craft beer's charm is its story, local, creative, award-winning. Port City snagged Small Brewery of the Year at the 2015 Great American Beer Festival. Fatheads built a loyal following in Ohio, but rising costs threaten that edge. Aylesworth says brewers are desperate to avoid price hikes. Beer's an affordable luxury, Cole adds. With the economy shaky, people are spending less. We cannot lose that. Yet, between tariffs, supply woes, and changing tastes, the pressure is on. So, what is the backstory here? Trump's trade agenda aims to boost U.S. manufacturing. But critics like economists at the Tax Foundation say tariffs often backfire, raising costs for consumers and sparking retaliation. Canada and Mexico, part of the USMCA trade pact, are key partners, yet Trump's levies risk souring that. For brewers, it is not just about money, it's survival. The industry employs over 400,000 people nationwide per 2023 data and supports farmers, truckers, and more. A tariff-fueled slump could ripple far beyond the bar. What is your take? Are tariffs worth it? Or are they pouring trouble on an industry already on tap? Tell us in the comments. That is all for now on Breaking Bulletin. If this story hit the spot, like, share, and subscribe for more news served fresh. Cheers to staying informed.